Hey y'all, welcome back to Poppa Prepper. Tommy here. I felt the need that I need to kind of recant, I think's the word I'm trying to use. I don't know. I'm not that intelligent. But anyway, the Eric Chauvin case, okay? George Floyd, the whole thing. You know, I had made a comment a couple weeks ago in a video that I said that they killed that man, okay? But then I watched the trial. I watched the whole trial. And as a lot of people, you know, just going off the footage that was first going around, you're like, oh my gosh, you know, they just blatantly killed that poor man, you know, and I completely take all that back. And I wasn't going to make this video. I wasn't, because I just didn't want to, you know, we got enough on our plates without, you know, one more guy that you guys are watching that, you know, drags this out even further. But then I watched Prepping Plumber's video, and it's awesome to know finally your name is Mike, dude. I know a lot of Mikes. But anyway, and you know, because he's right. In no means, in no way was that verdict just. You can't try a man the same death for 3 different murders. You can't. It's not even, you can't. And, you know, the man was strung out on drugs, okay. He had a heart attack. You know, he was completely not cooperative with the police. You know, maybe he did pass away while the officer had his knee on his neck. But like Mike said, you know, in Minneapolis' own guidelines, he done nothing wrong. You know, a lot of people will see it as excessive force. I get that. We weren't there, guys. You know, we weren't there. It's unfortunate what happened. But, you know, you can't, and Mike's absolutely right. All this is doing is dragging us further into a country of lawlessness. Because I absolutely agree. And, you know, the judge might not have went back into the deliberation room, but I guarantee you every one of them folks on that jury was like, you know, you ever heard the expression, you don't shit where you eat? And I apologize for the language, but I guarantee you, like, you know, this is our state. We live here. If we find this man not guilty or a very light sentence, they're going to burn us down. They knew that. You know, and again, Prepping Plumber was absolutely right. You know, once again, people folded, bended, and took it right in the rear. You know, totally, I mean, just to save, because, you know, they've made these terrorists, you know, domestic terrorists, they've made it okay for them to do all this stuff. And those jurors know they got families at home. You know, they got houses that they'd like to see standing. You know, maybe they own businesses that they know otherwise are going to get completely destroyed if they was to find this man not guilty. You know, there's a lot of, they were scared. Flat out scared. It has nothing to do with this guy was a cop. It has nothing to do with, you know, well, it does have something to do with he was a cop. I retract that statement. But, you know, everybody wants to, you know, scream police brutality. quit breaking the law. It's pretty simple to follow the law and not break it, you know, or don't resist, you know, because simply if they would have just cuffed him and he would have went back in the back of that car and just went to jail, he'd still, well, can't say that for definite, you know, because he did have a heart attack. That was proven. So even that right there, they cannot, there's no way they can prove with beyond the shadow of a doubt that that man's knee on his neck killed him. There's no way. Okay? And I agree with Prep and Plummer's statement. You know, if you think that that verdict was just, and like I said, I admit, you know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was that guy, you know, until I watched the trial. And I'm not exaggerating. Every day I was watching that trial, not the whole thing, but, you know, every witness that they would bring up, you know, I watched the highlights, I watched, you know, and I listened. You know, you can't just turn a blind eye to the whole defensive witness team just because, you know, they you know, a lot of people say, oh, the defense was just throwing noodles at the wall hoping one would stick. No, they weren't. You know, they had very solid, you know, okay, he had a heart attack. You know, that could have been happening before he even got on the ground. You know, the car they were behind could have been running, and the exhaust emissions could have made him pass out and then pass on from the cardiac arrest. You know, there's no definitive, without a shadow of a doubt, that he killed this man. There's just not. And like I said, I was that guy that was like, you know, I seen what the whole rest of the I have cops in my family, very close family. I know a lot of officers, not just relation, but I have several people that I'm friends with that are cops, you know. I support the blue. I back the blue more. I mean, just right up there with, you know, my they're men and women of uniform, just the same as our soldiers, you know, our armed forces. My patriotism runs so damn deep, you know. And after I watched and listened to the evidence and read, and, you know, it wasn't just. Justice was not served. Even the judge himself had made a remark because of what's her name, I can't even think of her name now, showed up and made this great big thing, basically saying that it was okay to riot and protest and whatnot. Maxine Peters, was that her name? That sounds right. But anyway, even the judge said that that was grounds for a mistrial, straight from the judge's mouth, you know. So I hope he appeals this, regardless of the consequences. I hope he comes out on top, because he's still got 6 weeks before sentencing. A lot can happen in that 6 weeks. So y'all keep your prepping up. Definitely keep stacking it to the rafters. It's not going to get better. Whether it's this situation, the Russian situation, I'm not fear-mongering, y'all. I'm telling you how it is. I'm upset right now. But still, don't go to sleep. Don't be blindsided. Don't think, well, that's over, we're okay, because we're not. It's not going to stop. It's only going to get worse. And maybe I shouldn't have made this video right now. But like I said, and I wasn't going to. Like I said, I was just going to, you know, okay, I was wrong. But a big part of my heart wants to apologize for those statements before I knew all the evidence and before the trial. I was one of those people, okay? And anyone around me, you know, Mrs. Poppa Prepper, RSD Prepper, they can vouch. This last week, I've been a wreck because I knew they was going to completely screw this man over. I knew they was, just to save themselves. And now this man is going to possibly rot in prison just because people don't want to do anything about the rioting. And Mike, you're dead on it, bro. You're dead on it. Because I know where a lot of these officers live, and you best believe if we have to camp out in shifts to protect them and their families, by God, sign me up. I'll be right there. I promise you that. I promise all you that. Positive, negative, leave your comments. Let me know how you guys feel. This is one thing, you know, like I said, my patriotism, my love for people that go every day and put their life on the line for us, you know, and a lot of us are going to turn our backs on them just to save face, and that's wrong. I really don't think I have any subscribers or viewers that's like that, but a majority of the country is going to. This opens up a whole new, basically, I'll call it a season, a hunting season almost, on our law enforcement. It's not going to stop. And like I said, you know, people want to scream police brutality. Quit breaking the law. It's pretty simple. It don't take a genius, you know. And if you want to break the law and the cops show up and catch you, don't resist. Don't get in their face. You know, don't start your petty, you know, what'd I do? I don't know what I did. And just keep coming at them and just do what they say. Do what they say. You'll go to jail. Then you can throw your fit. You know, what did I do? Why am I here? And, you know, if they ask for your license, give it to them. They're going to find out who you are anyway. Just chill out. Just, you know, it don't matter. And, you know, race has nothing to do with it. I'm not a racist person whatsoever. You know, racism pisses me off. You know, the hate, you know, I don't agree with, you know, transgender and homosexuality. I mean, whatever, you know, I don't discriminate on anybody. I have friends that are gay, you know, I have friends of color. I've had friends of color for 20 years. That's not the fact here. The fact is people need to stop being ignorant. You know, when it comes to law enforcement, just do what they ask. You know, now if you're getting pulled over and this cop, like, you know that you was absolutely doing nothing and he's blatantly just harassing you, there's ways to handle that. But don't jeopardize your own life to do it. You know, there's many ways. You know, if you're being harassed, you know, there's ways around that. You know, just people need to use their head. Okay, I'm sorry that I'm ranting, but I'm not sorry that I'm ranting. Okay, I don't do rant videos, but today I need to, because like I said, I was gonna let it fly, but Mike, the prepping plumber, which I consider a friend, I only know him from YouTube, but he's an awesome dude, and I really consider him and his wife our friends, and he's absolutely right. I don't want to be that guy that just lets it slide. I wanted to apologize publicly for having that mind frame at first. But y'all, we got a lot of evaluating to do. This cannot keep happening. We can't, as a people, just keep bending over and taking it in the rear just because. You know, this is a lot deeper than any mask, any vaccination, anything like that. This is humanity. This is our fellow man, the people that are to serve and protect us. You know, the next time your house is being robbed, or, you know, next time your old man decides to slap you around, or, you know, and I'm not talking about you guys, I'm talking about these people that hate cops, okay? Try calling your local drug dealer, or, you know, meth head, crackhead, see if they'll come help you out. Leave the cops alone. Don't bother them. No cops, no problem, right? God bless y'all. I love each and every one of you guys. I really do. I apologize again for the language and the rant, but some things have to be said. Mike, love you, brother. Poppa Prepper out.